The Northampton class tactical frigate, a resurrected starship design from the old tabletop and role-playing Star Trek games, FASA, published in the 80s. This is my take on this unusual but badass starship. The original design from the Tactical Starship Combat Simulator features the ship with inboard warp nacelles. This bothers many of the most hardcore Star Trek fans and starship design connoisseurs, since to generate a proper warp field, many fans believe that the nacelle should be placed in a more balanced position. My take on this is that the inboard warp nacelle configuration is a tactical mode, with the nacelles in a less exposed position and clearing the field of fire for the aft phasers. This reimagined design has a cruise mode, with the nacelles moved to an outboard position where they generate a more balanced warp field. Also, this is a relatively large ship for a ship of this era in the late 23rd century, around the same time period as Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. This ship follows the design style of those movies. The Northampton class is similar in size to the Constitution class. Starfleet classifies this ship as a frigate, not a cruiser, which means it's more combat-oriented than cruisers such as the Constitution class, but larger and more powerful than a destroyer. Although this ship, like other combat ships, has many Andorian design features. This is actually a Martian design. But these ships have cruiser-level crew amenities, with multiple recreation decks and zero-G grav ball cords, all meant to keep the crew happy on long deployments, the details of which we will cover in a moment. These ships also have the most powerful warp engines available. In cruise mode, they can easily match the speed of a Constitution-class cruiser such as the Enterprise. In combat, redundant impulse drives provide excellent acceleration, and additional inertial dampening generators in the pontoons allow these ships to maneuver in ways other cruiser-sized ships cannot. Weaponry. The phasers. First, this ship has phasers very similar to the Constitution class of this era, and can easily match the phaser firepower. It also has more phaser coverage in the aft section of the ship. This ship also has 3 forward-facing torpedo launchers. They're not as powerful as those of the Constitution class ships, but when fired in tandem, the torpedo barrage is more potent. Because this ship is so maneuverable, its combat tactics are designed around delivering the torpedoes from the most optimal positions. Due to their amazing speed and power, these ships are best used in groups of 2 or 3 to fully utilize multi-positional combat tactics. Task groups of 2 or 3 of these ships, often along with a scout or destroyer, can serve as a rapid response force. They can deploy to the borders of Federation space or other trouble spots far ahead of slower ships. They can engage hostiles, make hit-and-run attacks, and can extract themselves from combat fully intact if necessary. The Northampton class is a strange design. Its oddness turns off some fans, while others are absolutely in love with the ship. It's a very distinctive design that is worthy of being resurrected. I'm slowly but surely learning where to focus this channel. Hesitation about what to focus on sometimes causes me to be less productive. There are several video series playlists focused on games such as EVE Online that will continue and will not be left unfinished. But the focus of this channel will be coming back to featuring starships, mostly from the Star Wars and Star Trek universe, but other sci-fi universes as well. I love providing a visual representation of starships in ways that no one else on YouTube has or will, and I intend to recalibrate that focus. Also, I've picked up a few more Patreon supporters, and I'm extremely thankful for that. I understand that the monthly commitment is often a bit too much. For that reason, I've opened up a PayPal donation option as well. Any one-time donations you make are greatly appreciated, no matter how small or large, and will help me to continue focusing on this YouTube channel. Until next time, space friends.